Guys, I got a cat. Look how cute he is. Hear him purring? He's kind of an asshole, honestly. Alright, I already recorded this video, but I ran out of storage space. And then I recorded the second half, and it wasn't horizontal. It was all garbage. So today we have 350-ish Japanese cards and a personal CGC submission of about 50 cards. It's going to be about 400 cards submitted to CGC. I've never said it, but if you wanted to subscribe, that'd be really nice. If you wanted to like it, that'd be really nice. But you haven't even watched the video yet. I don't understand that. People say like and subscribe. You're 52 seconds into the video. Don't like it yet, but maybe subscribe. So I've already recorded this. As you can see, everything is all kind of thrown about. So I guess I'm just going to kind of blow through it as quickly as I can. I'm going to try and keep that audience retention as high as possible. Basically, long story short, me and 3 people purchased a collection for $1,700. We each spent $425 to get about 340 or so Japanese WotC era holos from every set between base set and Neo Destiny, or Neo 4 in Japanese. So here we have Neo 3 or Neo Revelation. Almost all of the stuff from like the Neo series are going to be like pack fresh, like mint. You know, they get 9s and 10s all day long at PSA for the most part, but these are going to go to CGC just for the quick turnaround time so that we can get them in and get them out and be done with it. But I'm just going to go through and kind of show every single card. These are super out of order now because I already recorded the video. Some of like the earlier stuff is in pretty rough shape, but I mean like the magnetons are so nice, like 9s, 9.5s on most of them. But like a lot of like the base set stuff, a lot of the gym stuff is kind of like one of these Golbats I think is going to get a CGC 10. So many of these cards would get PSA 10s if that's what we were doing, but we're just trying to get quick turnaround times so that everyone can get their money. It's definitely going to be like a 6-month or so probably endeavor, if I had to guess, just because we're submitting in 2 rounds. We're submitting the first half, we're submitting the nicer stuff, the more expensive stuff, and then maybe, I'm assuming that the plan is that after we recoup some of the money, then we just kind of go back and submit everything else. But I mean, like, look at all these the flare-ends are pretty good condition. Like, let's just grab a random one. Nope. Let's just grab a random one. Like, look at that. $5 a piece. $5 for every single one of these cards. This one's a little off center and there's a white mark on the top. I don't know what that would grade with CGC. I don't have any experience with them. I would guess like an 8 or an 8.5. But yeah, base set all the way through Neo 4. How rad is that? But then you have like some lower end stuff. Like, I don't really know when this would ever sell, but we have it. We'll submit it. It'll take a while to sell. We might just auction off most or all of it and just kind of take the lower profit. But I don't really see a situation in which we aren't making good money, because I mean, you're paying $5 each for pack fresh fossil Gengars. But then there are instances like the Muck, and some of these are like pretty rough shape. That one looks pretty good, but there's one of these that's definitely like moderate play. So, you know, at $5 a card, you're absolutely overpaying for a card like that, I think. But I mean, when you balance it out with legendary birds from Fossil or, you know, mint Kangaskhan, one of these is going to get a 10. I'm really certain about it. You know, pack fresh Vaporeon. The Snorlaxes are actually pretty rough, unfortunately. But yeah, so the first half is basically just going to be a lot of the higher end stuff. And if we have like a bunch of duplicates of something, we're probably gonna pull a couple of those out and then replace them with something else so that we're not stuck trying to sell 6 of the same card. But we'll see. We haven't really worked out all the details, but basically, I mean, and it can, I can see how it could maybe get messy involving, you know, so many people, but it is 4 people. It is me and 3 other people. But I think that we're all fair, reasonable, responsible adults, and we should be able to figure this out. This submission is also going to include $5 for that. We also have some really cool cards here. I think we have 4 of them. There they are. Would you guys pay $4 each? $5 each for these 4? If you went to an LGS and they're selling you pack fresh. This one's actually a little bit rough. There's a white mark on the top. But everything else is pack fresh. Japanese gym Gengar. I would. Rockets, Scissor, or Scyther. Whoops. And then we have one last stack. We haven't exactly worked, I mean, this is $5. We bought these for $5 a piece. But like this, I mean, who's gonna buy this? CGC graded without subgrades, I don't know. Little white on the top. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, this was a pretty absurd purchase. The way that I found this guy was through the subreddit, and I already purchased one lot from him earlier, and I think I maybe talked about it on a previous video, but it was the Feraligatr, Typhlosion, and Meganium lot. If I haven't shown it, or if you haven't seen it, I'll show it here in a second, or at least most of it. I bought from him and they were all really good condition, so I went back to him and I said, you know, do you have anything else? And he did. He had 342 other cards, something like that, 340 something. But like one of these Typhlosion, I'm super confident is gonna have a really strong shot at a 10 at PSA, so I'm probably gonna express that. But yeah, these are all like pack fresh, near mint to mint, like except for, you know, a couple have like a little white dot on the corner, but you know, so it never hurts if you buy something or if you see someone has like a pretty decent listing. It never hurts to hit them up and ask if they have anything else. Did I already show? I don't know if I already showed this deck. I don't know, it doesn't matter. This submission also has 3 other cards from other people. This is from one person. And then we have a base set Charizard, but it has been inked at the top. You can kind of see someone took a blue marker to it. So PSA would not touch that. And then we have a foreign jungle Scyther. How's that viewer attention? Are we looking at 10%? I'm submitting this personally, and I'm also submitting the stack that I don't want to send to PSA because I think it's either too low value or I think it is, but a lot of it is just kind of Oh no, it's an experiment. I've never submitted to PSA or CGC, so we're gonna, you know, like, I think I could probably sell these cards for 20 bucks a piece, right? Make a few dollars on each of them. For the most part, you know, like maybe you'd sell this for 18 bucks, make a couple bucks. Just kind of see. I want to get an Ancient Mew graded by the big 3 companies. I already have a bunch at PSA. I have like 5 at Beckett, and then I'm gonna get 1 done by CGC. I'm actually gonna get 2 done by CGC, but I'll show you that one in a second. But yeah, so when like this is a little too off center for me to warrant sending it to PSA. This is too off center for the same, you know, it's just cards that I wouldn't want to submit. Like this is a little off center. This is definitely off center. It's just cards like that where I think, you know, someone who likes Umbreon will buy a CGC slab for $25, $30. Someone who likes Ditto will buy this for. I just can't believe that Z&G said that my video quality was bad. Sorry about that, it ran out of storage. I think I already looked through all this. But yeah, like an Umbreon collector, you know, or like someone who likes Umbreon might end up spending 25 bucks on that, you know. I don't know. It's a fun little experiment. We're gonna give it a shot. Did I already go through this stack? I don't think I have. I'm submitting about 50 cards through myself, and then we're submitting about 170 cards as a group. Just some modern stuff. Just kind of have inventory. That's kind of what it's all about, is have some inventory that I can start selling. And then here's some cards from the Neo Genesis, or the Neo lot that I bought from the same seller. And then here we have a crimped Ancient Mew, little crimp on the top. You kind of see that there. Wonder if they'll distinguish or qualify that as an error. But yeah, I mean, like, that's basically it. That's the entire submission. It's gonna be split up into 2 parts. And then another submission that will be coming up soon. Yeah, and like that return is gonna be in about 3 months or so, and I'm really excited to record that. I also have this submission that I'm gonna send out to Beckett pretty soon. I bought a Pokemon Silver poker deck a while ago, and I'm probably gonna express grade a couple of them that I want back, you know, like the Lugia and maybe one of the Pikachu. But I mean, other than that, I think I'm just gonna express grade it for the same kind of reason as the CGC order, right? Where, you know, in a month I'm gonna have to pay $1,000, you know, 20 times 52, and it's gonna really hurt. But I think that it's gonna be a really cool thing to kind of just have as inventory, right? Where, you know, some of these cards might sit on my shelf for a year, like Hoppip, you know, unless Jay Witz comes by and buys my Hoppip, and, you know, if someone really likes Rattata, you know, I'll give Sudowoodo to James maybe. But I mean, I think some of these cards, you know, if you have a friend who really likes Graveler for some reason, you know, maybe you buy them a BGS 9.5 Graveler card for, you know, 30 bucks, 35 bucks. And these are just, you know, I think these will be like really slow sellers, but I think that that's kind of what I really want, or just some things that I don't just get and immediately flip. It's something that, you know, just kind of recoups its money over time. I don't know. It could be fun. We'll see. And then I also bought these, which are completely irrelevant to Pokemon, but just some old cigarette cards from the 1800s. These are pretty cool. Really awful condition, but I mean, it's crazy to think that this was made just so long ago. But I mean, that's basically it. The viewer retention in this video has to be the lowest I've ever seen, right? I mean, I've seen 2%. I got down to 2% on my last one. Really seeing if I can't break the 1 or 0% viewer retention by the end of the video. Anyway, that's basically it. There will be I'm probably gonna do the CGC return into sections. I'm probably gonna do like a 3-part video or whatever, just so that, you know, you gotta keep that viewer retention up. All right. Anyway, take care. Goodbye, smooches.